Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name's Ryan. I'm a recovering addict, and I just want to make a quick video about opiate withdrawal and how to get through it. Um, I've detoxed many times. The thing is unless you're going through some kind of torture, physical torture, or you've had your arms and legs chopped off. I think one of the worst things a person could go through is opiate withdrawal. You know, the issue with opiate withdrawal is that, from my uneducated understanding, is that your body creates natural endorphins that attach to opioid receptors in the brain that help regulate the signals that are transferred throughout your body through your nervous system. And when you become opiate dependent, your brain stops producing these chemicals, and then when you run out of opiates, then your body doesn't know what to do, and it's not able to properly relay the signals between your nervous system, and that's what leads to puking, uncontrollable bowel movements, not being able to eat, being hot and cold, um, sporadically, moods all messed up. Um, so this is just a video about during those days where you're at the worst of it, things that all this will ever do is only very lightly ease the pain of it, but you need anything you could get at this point from your arsenal. So, one thing that you really want to do, it's hard to eat. It's extremely hard to keep food down. One thing you want to do is get lots of liquids. A good place to go is first water, second coconut water. Maybe stock up on coconut water, and I used to like to get all different kinds of popsicles. You have a very very strong sweet tooth, so popsicles and ice cream could help curve that a little bit or satisfy that. Sometimes ice cream is too heavy, and something just like a fruit popsicle was the only thing I could keep down at some points. Um, Eventually, so you wanna go to those as often as you possibly can, because you want to give your body the means and the material to start producing and making these endorphins again. Um, and it takes a while. Food and exercise is really what you want to get to, but during these first few days, which could be anywhere from, they used to say 3 to 7 days for opiate withdrawal, but I've had a withdrawal that lasted up to 2 weeks, and I don't mean to say that and worry anyone who's going through it. Um, it all depends on how much you've been using and for how long you've been using. Pretty much how long has your brain been separated from the manufacturing of its own chemicals process, and uh, that's a good judge on how long it's going to take for it to start bouncing back. So what you want to do is, the thing is, you can't really have decent communication with people during these kinds of times. You really don't want to talk to anybody. You have no drive, no energy to, most of the time, even get out of bed. You know, Most of the time, even go to the fridge for something to drink. So you want to be very conservative with the energy you do have and use it towards things that'll make you feel better in the long run, which is drinking, and eating what you can. Fruit. Fruit is very light on the stomach. Fruit is also one of the best things you could eat all around. There's not a lot waste left with fruit, and so your body's really good at being able to burn all of that up and use it. So lots of light fruits, lots of waters, coconut water, popsicles. Um, Alexa just went off talking about coconut water. Alexa, stop. Anyways, that's kind of funny. So what's next is you gotta hang on. You don't want to deal with people. You don't want to talk to anybody. Um, and the issue is that if you've been keeping this a secret from those very close to you, um, if for some reason you don't have the courage to tell them, yeah, I'm an opiate addict and I'm about to be sick for the next week, call work off, call everything off, because you pretty much, the more you prolong this process, the more time's going to pass that you're not going to be able to actually get clean, and you will keep finding ways to keep using and go to work and go to family events, and before you know it, years of your life have passed away and relationships deteriorated. This is very common with opiate use, because with opiate use you can just stop, but it's extremely painful. So every survival instinct inside of your body will tell you that you can't stop. That's the truth of it. And you'll be held against, to some degree, your own will. The survival needs will fight harder than the whatever other needs there are. So really, you want to be able to put your spot in a place where pretty much no one's going to bother you, and anyone that does need to talk to you or something, it's not going to require lots of energy on your end. It's not going to require a lot of like involvement. To some degree, you kind of want to be shut off, and you want to just 100% focus on the fact that you will feel better and you will be able to sleep again. It will come. As painful as this is, it will come. And it's worth the fight. It's worth never having to do this bullshit again. And it's worth being honest with yourself and the people around you about your life and what you're doing. So the best thing you could do in this moment is to drink liquids, water, coconut water, get some sugar through popsicles, ice cream if you could handle it, and you want lots of fruit. This will help build up all your stuff, and that's probably the only stuff you could hold down right now. And this will, depending on what your tolerance was, how much you were using, and for how long. This hard part could last anywhere from 2 days to, upwards of 2 weeks. And you've got to be able to entertain yourself, right? Because most of the time you're just going to be sitting there just dead to the world, but you're conscious, so time isn't moving fast at all. In fact, minutes seem like hours, an hour seems like a day. And this is all just time to sit there and think about how miserable you're feeling, which is torturous. So start entertaining yourself with movies, music. I remember one time I tried to detox, and I went a little over, I think I went 7 days, within that entire 7 days, I watched the entire episode, the entire Lost, all the Lost seasons of Lost. It was a lot. It was a lot of Lost, and like stuff like that helps get your mind off of the fact that all you're trying to go through right now isn't something that you need to understand and figure out. It's something that you have to just do, and it's very basic. It's get through this painful withdrawal. That's it. That's the only thing that should bother you right now. You should be worried about other things, any other thing. I'm not even gonna bring them up because I don't want to throw any ideas in anyone's head. All you should be focused on is getting your brain to manufacturing its own proper chemicals again. So, do if your body could handle it, you start taking showers. I know for me it was very hard to even stand up for a few days, and showers felt painful, and the change in temperature in showers could be shocking. So you don't want to shock your system too bad, and you want to get through this because when you want to get thoughts and doubts of I can't handle this, I can't do this, because you can. Human beings are capable of amazing things, and something like an opiate detox is the body's made to bounce back. So it just takes a little bit of time, and it takes a little bit of time, and it takes a little bit of nutrients. Essentially, that's what it takes. I hope that if anyone's watching this who's been thinking about going through an opiate withdrawal or been wanting to, just know that lots of people out there have done this, and you're not alone. And right now, don't beat yourself up for any reason. Just take the necessary energies that you do have and put it on getting through the next few days. By the time you're through the hardest part, just so you know, sleeping's a bitch. Emotionally unstable is a thing. So just be very delicate with yourself right now, and understand that your body will soon be able to tolerate all the noise and tolerate all the external input from the world again. But everything's highly sensitive, so keep the lights dim. Watch movies that you enjoy. Watch shows, anything that kills your time. Listen to music that you enjoy, and get your liquids: water, coconut water, popsicles, and fruit. And then if you can start eating heavier things without throwing them back up, move towards like bread, oatmeal, stuff that's really good for you and not super heavy, and just keep doing it, and then when you start feeling better, you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and you never have to go through this ever again. So that's all.